Okay, so I hope everyone can see me and hear me too. Good evening. My name is Rishabh Doshi, and I'm from Classic Holidays. Today we've come together for this amazing webinar on the Leela Palaces, Hotels and Resorts, which will be looked over by Mr. Ejaz Sheikh, who is the GM of Leisure India and Middle East. Along with him will be his two amazing colleagues, Abhinav and Saira. So
Thank you. Thank you.
before starting, I just hope everyone is fine at home. Everyone is inside the vicinity of their houses right now, and everyone is safe. We will be taking you along a few points and a few features of the Leela hotels in India. There will be a few questions asked to you, which will be in terms of a poll. Let's see how many of you know the Leela hotels nicely. And at the end of the seminar, we will be selecting one lucky winner who will be getting a one-night free stay in Lonavala. Once, obviously, when things start, we'll be giving it to you. So, Ijaz sir, over to you. I think you can start.
Yes, first of all, a big thank you to big warm welcome to all of you, all our participants, and personally, I would want to thank Classic Holidays for giving us this excellent opportunity to be part of this Zoom webinar. Talking about the Leela Palaces, Hotels and Resorts. This thing. Apart from that, apart from Mr. Suresh Doshi, Mr. Ramesh Doshi and Classic Holidays, and definitely Rishabh and Siddharth, Ravi, all of them more than partners. They are friends with the Leela, from more than two decades. We have a working relationship. So a very warm welcome. Quickly, I would want to introduce my team. Abhinav Saxena, who handles the Classic Holidays as an account and has been instrumental in growing Classic Holidays to where, along with the Leela, to where it is. And my other colleague, Saira Dheer, both are part of the domestic leisure team. So a big warm welcome to all of you participants, and thank you so much for coming on board and giving us your valuable time. A quick flow. Rishabh would have told you, before everything, what we'll do is we'll go through a quick presentation of the Leela Palaces, Hotels and Resorts. We'll exactly tell you where we are different from our competitors. Where do we stand? Where do we stand today? Number of hotels, what we have, how exactly we are different from our competitors, and what's the way forward. So that's one. The other critical element, keeping the COVID in mind, is exactly the next important point is what safety and safety hygiene precautions the Leela Palaces, Hotels and Resorts it's going to take once the lockdown is over soon. And apart from that, we'll share a small video thanking you. So if we can just go through, I'll start with my presentation. Leela Palaces, Hotels and Resorts. Just to give you an idea, we've got around 9 hotels within India at this point of time, and growing. So 7 business hotels. The entire journey for the Leela started in 1986 with the Leela in Mumbai. Leela in Mumbai, our founder chairman, Captain Krishan Nair. Before I would want to start the presentation with him. Generally when most of the people retire at the age of 65, today at 65, he started his first hotel at that point. He was the army captain. So he started his first hotel in 1986, the Leela in Mumbai, at the age of 65, and he passed away at the age of 94. So currently we've got around 9 hotels, 9 luxury hotels, 7 business hotels. Mumbai, we've got 3 hotels in if you can see the map, we've got 3 hotels in the NCR region. New Delhi, the Leela Palace, New Delhi, which is one of the most happening hotels. We've got the Leela Ambience in Gurugram, which is right on the border of Delhi and NCR, and a huge convention hotel in East Delhi with 75,000 square feet of convention space. Apart from that, two palace hotels, the Leela Palace in Bangalore and the Leela Palace in Chennai. This thing. So and recently, we've started managing the Mahatma Mandir Convention Center, which is in Gandhinagar. So huge convention space where Honorable Prime Minister has been, we have the Vibrant Gujarat, which is happening up there. A lot of delegations, Prime Minister has been hosting a lot of delegates there in the Mahatma Mandir Convention Center. And apart from that, two beautiful luxury resorts, the Leela Palace Udaipur, right on the banks of Lake Pichola, and the Leela in Goa, one of the finest hotels, resort hotels in Goa, in south of Goa. So we'll move to the next slide. I'm happy to share that 2019 was a rocking year as far as the Leela is concerned. The Leela, was voted amongst the top 10 hotel brands by Travel and Leisure magazine, Travel and Leisure US magazine. I'm happy to share that Leela, there were two Indian hotels. We need to be proud. There were two Indian hotels. The Leela at the number 10 spot and the Oberoi Hotels and Resorts at the number 2 spot. So here, the other hotel brands, we shared our, are the six senses. If you see, if you have Montage there, you got Raffles there, you got Sofitel there, you got Anantara there. So this is, as a brand, I think as Indians, we need to be proud that, two hotel Indian brands have been voted by one of the finest luxury hotel magazine, among the 10 hotel brands in the world, beating the Four Seasons and various other international and domestic brands. So it was an extremely proud moment for the Leela here. The other award what Leela won was the Leela Palace Udaipur, was voted as one of the world's best hotel by Travel and Leisure in 2019. So one of the finest resort palace hotels what we have in Udaipur. Consistently, this has been in the TripAdvisor number 1. We are always within the number 1, number 3 ranking in Udaipur. And the good part is, in spite of the competition there, the Leela Palace Udaipur was voted here. I would share that here in Udaipur, my competition is the Lake Palace in Udaipur and the Uday Villas there. So Leela, it was extremely a proud moment for us where we were voted as the world's best hotel. The Leela Palace Udaipur was voted as the world's best hotel. This thing. So what sets us apart from the others, both domestic and international? What are our brand ethos? If you look at, what do you think about Leela? When you think about Leela, what comes to your mind? One, definitely it's the India Connect. We are proud to be Indian hospitality major, not only a domestic but an international brand, renowned by its by worldwide travelers. From our founder chairman, when we started the hotel in 1986, the Leela in Bombay, he's always been emphasizing on this concept of Atithi Deva Bhava. Guest is God for us. So that's one of our brand experiences and promise. The second would be the luxury element, what Leela brings to you on the table with, finest palaces, hotels, resorts, hotels, beautiful business hotels with a mix of MICE and MICE and other offers. Then the element of grace, what we have, in terms of our staff, in terms of all experiences, what we offer. And then the fourth critical element would be the nature. Leela always has been associated with nature. So the biggest, I would want to share with you why we talk about nature so much when we associate ourselves with the Leela. Our captain, our founder chairman, Captain Krishan Nair, he was an environmentalist to the core. Whenever he opened up hotels, his first thing was example would be the Leela in Goa. We have spread over 75 acres of land there. Yeah. The actual construction amongst that 70 odd acres is, the construction has happened only in 30% of the space. Rest is all greenery. You got a golf course, you got a lot of plantations, spice plantations, tennis courts, so a lot of greenery in and around. So Leela, whichever property you go, as far as the Leela is concerned, you have a lot of natural element which goes into it, and then that's been embedded by our founder chairman, Captain Krishan Nair, this thing. So the next slide. Yes, what sets us apart is the grand architecture. The screen, what you can see is the beautiful, the Leela Palace in Bangalore. If you see, it looks like a historical palace in Bangalore. This is not a historical palace, but this is exactly the replica of the Mysore palace, what we have in Mysore. So when Captain Krishnan Nair wanted to build a hotel in Bangalore, he says it had to be the best. 20 years. So this is the exact replica of the Mysore Palace in Bangalore. So exactly built with those specifications completely. Then I've already spoken to you about the Leela Palace Udaipur, right on the banks of Lake Pichola, 80 odd rooms, exactly how a modern day Maharaja would want his hotels to be. So that's the Leela Palace Udaipur, right in front of the Lake Pichola, and in the background is the Aravalli Mountains there. Grand architecture. This is the lobby. This is the courtyard shot of the Leela Palace, New Delhi. Again, beautiful architecture. Beautiful architecture. It was built keeping the Lutyens, the Connaught Place in mind. So you'll see a lot of huge columns and everything in the hotel. Persian carpets, huge floorings, excellent chandeliers. So it was built on the concept of the Lutyens in Delhi. So that's grand architecture. Again, what sets us apart is the space what we offer. One, the external space and the internal space also. This is my base category room at the Leela Palace in New Delhi. Each and every room there is nothing less than 450 odd square feet. So space is the element there. Unlike the cookie cutter element hotels, which you see left, right, and center. So space plays a very important role, not only in building our hotels, but keeping the luxury element in mind as well. So that's the Leela Palace, the base category room of the Leela Palace in New Delhi. This is the base category room of the Leela in Bangalore. Again, 400 plus odd square feet, this thing. That's the Leela Palace. That's my second category of room in the Leela Palace, Chennai, overlooking the Arabian Sea there. So beautiful hotel, again a palace property, completely beautiful hotel there in Chennai, one of the finest hotels in Chennai today. That's one of my favorites, the Leela in Goa. That's the base category room, the Lagoon Terrace rooms at this point, which comes with a balcony overlooking the small pond what we have, the lagoons what we have in and around. Then, apart from the room element, the architecture, Leela is again known for its gourmet experiences. Today, most of the hotels which are built, would want to restrict themselves to maximum 1 or 2 restaurants. Any Leela hotel today you go to has enough gourmet experiences at place. So, I'll talk about that. We've got award-winning restaurants, international brand restaurants, which are operating with the Leela. Just to give you an example, in New Delhi, I have Megu, which is my Japanese restaurant there, which is an LA-based US brand, LA-based brand. So if you want to dine in a Megu, you got to literally take appointments 2 months, 3 months well in advance. Same goes with La Cirque there, which is a French and Italian cuisine specialty, special dining restaurant there in New Delhi. So and apart from that, we've got various gourmet experiences. Jamawar is known for its Indian cuisine. Citrus is our finest coffee shop, what we've got. So I'll take you up, talk to you more about the gourmet experience what we have. That's the dining bar at the Leela Palace, Chennai. This thing. This is again. This is my Sheesh Mahal right on the banks of, overlooking the Lake Pichola at the Leela Palace in Udaipur. You can see the City Palace there in the background. So beautiful setting. We are open for dinner here in the evenings at the Leela Palace in Udaipur. Then again, Leela, apart from architecture, space, gourmet, it's also known for its world-class spa. We've got beautiful spa experiences, and an international traveler or a domestic traveler, whenever he wants or he's spending that kind of a money, he would want all these experiences to come with the hotel. So we've got the world-class spa, the Spa, which is a UK-based brand in most of our hotels in India. So they operate with their specific international specifications and the products what they have. So that's one of our treatment rooms at the Leela Palace in Udaipur. Am I audible, Rishabh?
Yes.
Super.
Yeah.
Stop me if I'm going too faster.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
that's one of the spa. This thing. So idyllic settings, basically, that's one of the banquet spaces what we have at the Leela Palace, New Delhi. Leela Palace, New Delhi is our flagship hotel amongst the Leela group, apart from the Bangalore and Chennai. And why I say flagship is it's located one of the finest hotels in Delhi. We've spent close to around 1,500 plus crores in coming up with this hotel, beautiful hotel, this thing. So it's right in the heart of the city, very closer to all your leisure attractions and closer to the Prime Minister's residence, closer to all the leisure attractions. It's right within where the all the embassies are, very close to where the embassies are. So that's one of our banquet space there. This is exactly how you come in, on a boat. That's the arrival experience at the Leela Palace, Udaipur. So from the courtyard, where you see. So beautiful setting. So you need to literally experience it to, realize what the hotel and product is all about. Again, this is one of our banquet facilities at the Leela Palace, Delhi. That's one. And again, experience royalty. This is one of my Maharaja suites at the Leela Palace, New Delhi. I would say the who's who have stayed in here. It comes with a own plunge pool, whatever it is. It's one of the most sought after suites, in Delhi. Most of the CEOs in India would definitely they prefer this suite. Apart from a lot of head honkos and then heads of state who've stayed here in a suite. And exactly if you look at it, exactly how a modern day Maharaja would want his hotel or suites to be. Comes with each and every Persian carpets, beautiful chandeliers, upholstery, everything top of the line. This thing. That's one of our suites at the Leela Palace in Udaipur. And again, at the Leela, we also have the club concept. This is one of my club suites, lagoon suites at the Leela in Goa. And I would also want to say, when I talk about clubs, as you would be aware, the club benefits always comes up with and airport transfers in at the Leela. The biggest, we've just before the lockdown happened, I would just want to update you that we've gone ahead and ordered for 40 brand BMWs, which are going to be at all over the Leela hotels. In spite of all this thing, we've gone ahead and ordered for 40 brand BMWs, which will be catering to all our guests at all our palace hotels in Delhi. And the club suites also come apart from the two-way airport BMW transfers, limousine transfers. You've got butler service. You got defined club space, club lounge, where you get your 5 kinds of food and canapes there during the entire duration of the day. And this is the entire resort, as I told you, is located in 70 plus acres of land. 20% of the land, you've got around 20 odd suites within the Goa. So, apart from the hotel transfers, you've got butler, you've got a specialty restaurants there. It's to a certain extent, your laundry is included there. So your check-in, check-out takes place at the club in Goa. So a completely different experience altogether there in that concept. Then, as I told you, I've already spoken to you about the suites, beautiful suites, one of the finest suites. That's one of our suites at the Leela. I think it's the presidential suite at the Leela Palace in Chennai. So that's what it is. Again, Leela, once you go, apart from the various other offerings, we also give you a lot of local experiences and journeys. Our tie-up is definitely with preferred hotels and resorts, and we are also part of the Global Hotel Alliance, which is small independent hotels all around and in different parts of the world, where you get to use their special rates and different benefits if you are on that particular platform. If you go to our website, you'll have different kinds of offers apart from the bed and breakfast offers. Generally at the resort hotels, we keeping the Indian guest in mind, and especially we are the only hotel, I would say, amongst the luxury hotels, and especially as far as the Leela Palace in Udaipur is concerned and Goa is concerned, where we go ahead, we've given you offers, and especially this is more to do with keeping in mind our domestic client, where we've gone ahead and offered our prices. You get offers on bed and breakfast. You get on one meal plan, and you get it an all-inclusive AP American plan. Apart from the various other offers we have, which is romance at the Leela, sweet indulgence, spa and spiritual journeys. So various other offers what we have. Again, what sets us apart is the culinary sojourns. We also have an Indian journeys offers, which is a mix of offer between, if you stay for certain nights between Leela Palace Udaipur and Leela Palace New Delhi, amongst all our palaces hotels, that's our Indian journey offer. So as I told you, that's a quick snapshot of the Leela, various Leela hotels what we have. Saira, stop me if I'm going too fast. Saira and Abhinav, this thing.
Yeah,
Rishabh,
sure.
would you want to throw some questions to the audience, to our participants?
Yeah, so I thought that let's just start with one of the polls. So everyone right now will be seeing a poll that will come on your screen. It'll be a question with a few options. You can select the correct option, and let's see how many of you have been paying attention. So here goes the first one. People can see their, it'll be on their screen.
Super.
So, we give it 5 more seconds and we shut it now.
Super. See, 75% of my participants, I'm so happy. I think both Classic Holidays and Leela and our B2B partners, I think they know much more about Leela. 75% of our participants have given a right answer. Yeah.
I think let's have one more question, and then we'll be left with 2 more. Just one more. I think because you on this topic.
So what's your next question? So as I told you, 9 Leela hotels, 7 business hotels, 2 luxury hotels. Always remember, when it comes to Goa, it has to be the Leela Goa. Leela Goa in south of Goa, one of the finest properties of the Leela, and definitely the Leela Palace Udaipur, which is the young hotel, one of the finest, the best hotels of the world. So 2 luxury hotels, 7 business hotels. Business hotels, you should not forget the Leela Palace New Delhi, which is one of the finest hotels, not only in Asia but in the world today. The Leela Palace in Bangalore, the Leela Palace in Chennai, and definitely our other hotels, the Leela Ambience Group,
Okay, so
the Leela Bombay. where the Leela started.
Sorry. So one more question that I'm going to throw to all my to all the attendees. The poll will be on your screen right now.
1 minute, let me just take a snapshot of this.
Yeah.
Super.
That's the second poll. You can start voting.
How many leisure properties does the Leela Group have in India? I've already given the answer. Yeah.
I know more. That's what we want to see if people are paying attention or not.
Look at this.
I think if this was ABC, you would have won 1 crore by now.
No, but yeah, absolutely. But tell me, which hotel? Okay, fair enough. Let's go to the third question if we have.
So I would just like to repeat the question. The answer for this, as most of you all have correctly said, was 2 leisure properties that Leela has in the whole of India. And can I also go ahead and share the third question?
Yes, Rishabh, you can go ahead. I can hear you now.
Okay. So this is the third question. Which Leela hotel was rated as the world's best hotel by Travel and Leisure in 2019? Three more seconds, and I'm going to end it now.
I think everybody is bang on.
Yes, so most of you all have said the correct answer, which is the.
I'm so proud. It only goes on increasing from 75% to 83%. Yeah.
The Leela Palace Udaipur is the correct answer. They won the award for the best hotel in 2019. Just a reminder, most of you all who have said the correct answer.
World's best hotel award.
So
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so most of you all who have answered the correct answer to all these questions, we'll be doing a lucky draw, and one of you will be getting a complimentary night in Lonavala based on your correct answer.
Super. And always remember the world's best hotel by Travel and Leisure, the US Readership Award in 2009. Here my competition, with all due respect to my competition, I've been, we are a new hotel here. I've been competing with one of the finest hotels of our competition. What we have, the Lake Palace. With all due respect, the Lake Palace and the Udaipur. So it was an extremely proud moment for us when we won. When we won the world's best hotel award, beating both these giants domestic and international giants in India. So we are a new hotel. They've been there for donkey years. So it was an extremely proud moment for us and the entire management team. So the complete credit goes to all our partners who've been there supporting us, and definitely the staff at the Leela Palace Udaipur, which has gone ahead and done this fantastic work. So should we move on to the presentation, and we'll take those.
Yeah, move on here.
Super. So a quick thing, this is my entire, this is the arrival experience. This is the port cochere of the Leela Palace, New Delhi. A quick roundup. We started the hotel in 2011. I told you the location. We are right in the diplomatic enclave in Chanakyapuri. We've got, always remember, when Leela has got 3 hotels in the NCR region: the Leela Palace, New Delhi, the Leela Ambience in Gurugram, and the Leela in east of Delhi. This thing. So we are right in the heart of Chanakyapuri, close to the Prime Minister's residence, the Secretariat, and closer to all the leisure attraction and historical monuments. So this is one of the most preferred hotel for a top end CEO or an international head of state delegation, whichever is traveling. the always would the Leela Palace New Delhi is one of, has to be in there, one of the top 3 options. We've got around 254 rooms and suites here, limited banqueting space, 2 ballrooms. We could do some small high-end meetings here. We've got around 8 meeting rooms with some this thing. And as I told you, in terms of the dining options, you've got Cube, which is my coffee shop at the hotel, all-day dining restaurant. You've got Jamawar, which is my Indian restaurant. You've got La Cirque, which is my French, Italian, cuisine restaurant, LA-based international restaurant, which is doing extremely well there, extremely popular there, one of the finest. And then the Megu, which is our Japanese restaurant there, apart from the library bar what we have. And the spa is also the spa there, apart from the other facilities. So that's the Leela Palace New Delhi for you in 2011. Again, my competition, we've given a run to the competition as far as the hotel in New Delhi is concerned. You would have seen the competition had to shut down the hotel and come up with a new hotel in Delhi. So that's the mindset with what the Leela Palace New Delhi was able to capture in terms of the guests, both domestic and international guests. That's the, as I told you, the lobby also, if you see it's you'll find huge columns, Persian carpets, beautiful chandeliers. Just to give you an example, as I told you, Leela, and in terms here because of the space element, I'm spread over 3.5 acres of land right in the heart of and this was the first hotel which opened up in 2011 after the gap of in more than 2 decades in Delhi. So space element, but you have a lot of flowers in and around. My flower spend at the Leela Palace New Delhi every month, if you see, would be nothing less than 4 to 5 lakhs on a daily basis. So beautiful setting. The setting is also the Lutyens in Delhi, huge columns, everything. So grand architecture is what the Leela Palace New Delhi is known for. That's my base category room, which is the Grand Deluxe room. Again, I told you, space, huge amount of space, close to around 450 odd, 500 odd square feet, exactly how a modern day Maharaja would want his room or hotel to be, this thing. That's Megu, our modern day Japanese restaurant. This thing. So that ends as far. So then we come to Udaipur. Basically, Udaipur, as you know, is the heritage city of Udaipur. Was voted amongst top 15 cities in the world by Travel and Leisure. So Udaipur, whenever an international client, apart from the domestic client, whenever an international client, 90% of the times when he chooses India, he always remember he chooses the Golden Triangle, Delhi. And when I talk about the Golden Triangle, is Delhi, Agra, and Udaipur. So at this point of time, we definitely have hotels in Delhi. We are coming up with we have a beautiful plots hotel space in Agra. So we'll be coming up with a hotel in Agra soon. And apart from that, we are also coming up with a hotel in Jaipur. But again, for an international guest, if you would have seen, a lot of weddings, high-end weddings happen in Udaipur, and Udaipur is, I would say the wedding capital of India, whatever it is, wedding capital of the world. You can also call it as a wedding capital of the world. So a lot of high-end weddings happen, not only the domestic and international weddings happen in Udaipur. So quick this thing, that's the idyllic setting of the Leela Palace in Udaipur, right on the banks of Lake Pichola, overlooking Lake Pichola and the Aravalli Mountains there. I've got around 80 rooms and suites at the hotel, 2 ballrooms. The hotel is very, very popular in terms of our domestic clientele. I've told you we've got excellent offers. Right now, the current offers, what we have for the Leela Palace Udaipur, once the lockdown opens up, we are the first hotel to do this offer, which is stay for 3 nights, pay 2. So this is already on at the Leela Palace in Udaipur, and it's if you choose any meal plan. So even if a lot of other hotels they come up with this offer, it's only a room only offer. Here at the Leela Palace Udaipur, if anybody is booking on a modified American plan, which is bed, breakfast, and one meal, so the third night complimentary is also on MAP, nothing else. And the other advantages, 50 if you have kids who are 12 years old, you pay only 50% of the charge for the next room category. Apart from that, two beautiful options. One is the dining room, and the Sheesh Mahal there, which I've already shared with you. This thing, and the hotel is, as I told you, is very, very popular in terms of our spa there. So we have a beautiful, huge swimming pool there, apart from the spa and the fitness studio there. So that's one of the best hotels in the world. Always remember this in Udaipur. When it comes to Udaipur, you should always remember Leela Palace Udaipur as one of the best hotels in the world, which won its award. So that's that's my second category of room, a twin room. So you can see when I talk about space, how spacious the room is. And if the biggest advantage of staying in the Leela Palace Udaipur is most of the rooms, what you stay in, 95% of the rooms overlook the lake and the city palace. So which you would not get it in your competition hotel. So you are in your you are on your bed, you see the lake. 95% of the people would see the lake if you're on your bed, or if you're in your room on your bed, sleeping on your bed, you see the lake. And then once you come to your gallery, you see the city palace there, city palace and the other historical thing, Umaid Bhavan or whatever it is we have. Sorry, not Umaid. Anurag, Abhinav, which is the where do all the weddings happen in Udaipur? Sorry.
It's the Jag Mandir, boss.
Jag Mandir. Sorry, the Jag Mandir there. So
there are other.
Sorry, go ahead.
Jag Mandir. There are other places as well. So Jag Mandir is there. RC Villas is there. RC Villa to be a armory for for the royal family in earlier times. See a view, definitely see Lake Palace when you are staying in the Lake Palace. So you can get a mesmerizing view from Leela. In the evening, the hotel is lit up. And it's in the middle of the lake, so you can have a great view from Leela of the Lake Palace. So that is one thing. Plus, the city also looks beautiful from the hotel. Like if you are sitting in one of our restaurant and you are looking at the city, so in the evening it looks beautiful because it's right on the bank of Lake Pichola. So you can see Lal Ghat, Gangor Ghat, and there are multiple light and sound shows and everything. Like these all things happens in the evening, so you can probably look at all these things from the hotel itself.
See, the other advantage why the domestic tourism would be the first to bounce back post the lockdown, and why we are talking so much about the Leela Palace in Udaipur and the Leela is going Goa. Always remember, once the lockdown is open, 1.5 month of lockdown is open, people, once they get in confidence, they would want to travel in the finest of the hotels, even if they've got to pay something, slightly a larger amount or a high rate. They would not mind that, unless and until if it gives them that kind of a confidence that they are staying in one of the finest hotels in India, which will take all necessary precautions. And at the end of the day, also remember in mind, where this will help us is your international destinations would be ruled out for the next 6-8 months time, unless and until we don't want that to happen. We want the confidence in a traveler to come back both domestically and internationally, which is all good for us. But in the meantime, your length of stay, always remember, will increase within India. If somebody is looking to travel, generally what will happen is he'll cut down the number of trips he's taking in a year, but he'll spend that much an extra night there in every hotel. So ideally, if he's been staying for 2 nights in Goa, he'll stay for an additional 3 or 2 additional third night or a fourth night, and would want to spend his time there in one particular travel or one particular destination. So you're always keep in mind that your length of stay post
मैं अभी एजाज को बीच में इंटरप्ट करती हूँ. I'll just yeah.
Sir, I can't. I think there's some issue with the.
Yeah. Sorry. So sorry. I was just saying that the domestic, in terms of domestic tourism, your length of stay, which was ideally 2 nights in any resort hotel within India, would definitely go up to 3 or minimum 3 nights, 3 to 4 nights. So here I have a offer which is already there on my website. Stay in terms of Udaipur, stay for 3 nights and pay 2. So please take advantage of that.
Can
we start on the COVID part? So how we are preparing? Would you?
Yeah. Quickly. So that's the Leela Palace in Chennai. The Leela Palace in Chennai, right on the banks of the Arabian Sea. There, it's in a place called MRC Nagar. If anybody knows Chennai, it's just 10 minutes from the Gandhi Beach there. So 316 rooms, excellent MICE hotels, very popular in terms of weddings, conferences, and your business travel. Beautiful options in terms of the dining element. You've got Spectra, which is our all-day dining restaurant. You've got Jamawar, which is Indian. You've got a beautiful Chinese restaurant, which is called the China Exo. Apart from the library bar and the cake shop there at the hotel. Beautiful hotel, one of the palace hotels. That's the lobby promenade. That's my second category of room, which is the deluxe sea view room. 50% of the hotel overlooks the sea there. So always ask for a sea-facing room, which is my second category of room. If you want to be in Chennai, always ask for, you would want to see the sea element there. So that's the Jamawar, our Jamawar restaurant there. Yeah. That's our Jamawar restaurant there. That's Goa. Again, beautiful setting of the Goa, 75 acres, confluence of the sea and the river. This hotel is very close to my heart. If you see, it's the confluence of the sea and river there. All the rooms and suites are overlooking the man-made lagoons there. All 206 rooms and suites are overlooking the man-made lagoon there. We are in Mobor beach, but the beach is Mobor. In India, you don't have a concept of a private beach, but the hotel is situated in such kind of an idyllic setting that it's the confluence of the sea and the river. So it's right at the fag end there, which technically becomes your your private beach, and the other side is the river Sal. What you see flowing. So 206 rooms and suites. It's a beautiful setting, for its 12-hole par 3 golf course, tennis courts, whatever it is. So beautiful spice plantations, gardens everywhere. So beautiful, one of the finest resorts in Goa. So again, Portuguese architecture there. So that's the lobby. That's my base category room, which is the Lagoon Terrace rooms. That's the Italian fine dining restaurant overlooking the river Sal. That's the Leela Mumbai. The entire journey of the Leela started from the Leela in Mumbai in 1986. Captain Krishan Nair, I told you at the age of 65, he wanted to start a hotel. So at that point of time, there were no hotels in and around in North Mumbai. It always used to be the Oberoi and Taj in South Bombay, and there was nothing at this thing. So post this, you had the international airport there. You had the Leela in Mumbai. So at that point of time, it was a vision of our founder chairman to come up with a hotel there. Beautiful restaurants, apart from very idle in terms of the business travel.
Ijaz.
Yeah. Sorry.
Can we start with COVID now, please?
Yeah. Quick.
Please.
Yes.
We're done with the hotels. Can we please start with COVID?
Yes. So keeping everything in mind, always remember the guest once post the lockdown, he's going to ask you why should I travel. One, you'll have to change the mindset of a guest. You'll have to give them that confidence. As I told you, a guest would not mind spending a little bit of extra money, but would want to stay in one of the finest hotels where he and his family and children, they give them that kind of a confidence as far as the hotels are concerned. So we at the Leela have gone ahead, taken a lot of precautions. We've come up with our standard operating procedures for all our front of the house areas, our back areas, whatever it is. Preventive measures. What upon receiving the guest, every guest when he checks in post lockdown, the temperatures will be checked. We've placed a lot of sanitizers in the reception area, in the car, in the public areas. Every guest will be monitored. We are also thinking of placing thermal scanners which will scan the temperature of each and every guest. So we are trying to import those machines and source those machines. You at every point of time you would not even see those machines. At technically now you are checking the temperature of the guest, but we are trying to source in those machines where they'll do their job automatically. In terms of housekeeping and laundry, if you see, cleaning of all rooms on a daily basis. As soon as the guest checks out, bathroom disinfectant, corridors will be cleaned on a regular basis. The bed sheet, pillows, the swimming towels would be washed at a temperature of around minus 85 degrees for 15 minutes. Everything will be sanitized. Once the guest uses he's there at the swimming pool, immediately somebody will go ahead and sanitize, remove those towels, whatever it is, sanitize the entire area. So all those elements we've gone ahead taken in place. In terms of our F&B, only because keeping the social distancing in norm, every table we have a distance of 1.5 meters. We've changed the entire seating area of our dining space. So keeping the social distancing in norm. So 2 people will be allowed to sit on a table, or a maximum of, if they have two more children, four in a family would be allowed to this thing. So a lot of buffet food also would be discouraged. Lot of buffet food will also be discouraged. All the dining tables and everything would be sanitized on a regular basis. Swimming pool also, as I told you, all those elements will have to be taken in mind. Maintaining and disinfecting the swimming pools with proper chlorine, whatever it is, and clean the area around the beach and the pool, including tables, deck chairs, whatever it is. And this is various measures what we'll take in terms of our gym. When guest uses the gym, sanitizing all the contact points every hour with 70% ethyl alcohol. So I can share this with you. So once the guest would ask you, Rishabh, we can share this with the entire team and participants. So this will give them an idea of the
I have
various procedures.
IDs. They are registered with us, so we can send them an email once we are done with this.
Yeah, because a lot
Absolutely.
of requests I have seen for the PPT also. So we'll share the PPT also.
The PPT and the SOPs, both we can send them an email. And can we, in the end, we'll be taking a few questions from the agents if they have a few questions.
Ejaz, your mic is off.
Yeah. So.
And if you can also just show us the video that has been made by the Leela group.
Yeah. So quickly, this thing, apart from the guest, also keep in mind that the hotel employees also who are in constant touch with the guest, from from receiving you at the airport, receiving the guest at the airport, or on a day-to-day basis. So staff temperature will be checked. Their entire our cafeteria will be sanitized. hand washing, sanitizers. We have a doctor in house, whatever it is. So all these elements in terms of the staff cafeteria, food, whatever it is, all these things we are going to keep in mind. Hand hygiene, washing, everything. Not encouraging handshakes or whatever it is in terms of the employees also.
Yes, I have a few people who are asking questions. Can you take them now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
So there is Mr. Vinod Nair. He's asking us, you've already highlighted the precautions Leela hotels are going to take once we restart business. He's asking, will the customers also have to carry any health certificate?
See, right now we are also waiting for the guidelines from the Ministry of Health. I'm sure apart from that, we are also talking to various tourism bodies what exactly needs to be done. Once we have those guidelines, definitely I think if you would have read, a lot of our participants, Emirates Airlines has already started that procedure that once you get into an airline, they're testing you for COVID, whatever it is. So if the government Ministry of Health comes up with that guideline, definitely, but it's not mandatory at this point of time. But if the Ministry of Health says yes, somebody needs to carry that certificate, so that will be enforced, but not at this point of time. Because please remember, once the COVID scenario is over, we are in the business of hospitality, definitely. So no doubt we'll take all those precautions, but I think that for everything there are do's and don'ts there as well. So not at this point of time.
Okay, and there's another question by Mr. Ankit Chaudhary. He's asking, will there be any restrictions to wedding bookings in terms of the number of people considering the COVID SOPs? What are the special care that will be taken when it comes to corporate and wedding events?
See, the first thing, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
The first thing, definitely what will bounce back apart from the domestic tourism and within the segments what we have is
Let me repeat that.
to be a bit, should I repeat that? As a hotel, we'll be selective basically in terms of choosing what weddings or what number of guests generally what we take over a period of time, unless and until the situation definitely improves. So everything what we take from both in terms of the wedding segment or the conference segment where social distancing parameters are concerned, I think right now we will have to be a bit careful in choosing those segments, be it weddings or be it conferences.
So, and there's one generic question asked by Mr. Ankit Nagpal. Can you please share your thoughts on when we can expect travel to start in leisure?
See, there are two thoughts. Honestly, there are two thoughts. Being in the hotel industry, I would want everybody to start. But yes, keeping the safety and security of our guests, colleagues, participants, and giving them kind of a confidence. One thing is, see, if you restricted the people to a place where they've not been able to move out 1.5 months, the ideal position is everybody once the lockdown comes out, people would want to some extra bucks, choose one of the finest hotels, but would want to travel. Would want to travel. So I expect this to bounce back within the next 1 or 2 months time. And then the hospitality industry, the domestic tourism will bounce back much sooner than the international tourism within the next 2 months time. So I'm very confident about it. And why it'll bounce back also, and why we need to educate ourselves is we need to give confidence to the guest, why he's choosing that airlines, what precautions they are taking both in terms of social distancing, why he should choose a particular hotel because of the hygiene. And just to give you an example, Leela as a hotel, just to give you an example, the Leela Goa, why we have set our hygiene standards so high. It was rated, we most of our hotels have got the ISO to 22001 certification, which is one of the best international safety and hygiene certificate what any hotel industry, any hotel can have. Just to give you an example, a few years back we hosted bricks 12 head of the state at the Leela Goa. So once you keep ISO 22001 certification, I think that will give a confidence to the guests, would definitely would want to travel.
Okay, Sameer Shah is asking, do you see a hike in the rates because of the additional burden of SOP or cautions that the hotel will be taking? Also because the hotel has been shut for the past, almost shut down for the past 2.5 months.
It's not the question. See, the rates definitely, our effort would be to keep it as competitive as possible. But definitely, we all need to keep in mind that, once we've gone ahead, we've taken all these precautionary measures, everything comes with a cost, with a cost element. So definitely there would be the prices slightly definitely would be going up if the hotel. Please keep in mind the guest would not mind to spend some few extra bucks to stay in a safer hotel where he himself and his family are secure. So yes, the prices can go up,
Okay,
but more than the prices, I think we need to give them that confidence.
Yeah, so another question by Mithun Lakhani. He's asking how frequently will the hotel change the swimming pool water?
Very, very, very frequently. I think if, ideally the norm was every 15-20 days they used to change it. I think every 10 days, and definitely, as I told you, the chlorine what we use in terms of hotels. So we've defined that cleaning. So I think every week, 10 days, we'll have to go ahead and do it.
And
So
sorry, will there be any modified cancellation policies that the hotel will be practicing? Because according to a few agents, Taj and a few other brands are giving cancellation policies inside 2 days before check-in.
we see the hotels, once the lockdown is over, the hotel definitely will have to be flexible. I think apart from the airlines, the hotel industry in particular, I think Leela, Taj, Oberoi's were extremely flexible when we saw a spate of cancellations happening as far as the COVID is concerned. So yes, definitely it will be flexible. Apart more than the 14-day element or a 7-day element, we'll have to come down to 2 or 3 day cancellation policy. Yes, so we'll definitely be more flexible there.
I think that's all of the questions that people have asked. If we can just see the video that Leela has done for all of us.
Yeah, before the video, I would want to thank Classic Holidays, my team here, Suresh Bhai, Ramesh Bhai, Rishabh, you, Siddharth, Ravi, and all of you who've been an integral part of the team, and all our participants. I think we've got a fantastic response. We've got close to around 200 plus participants who participated there. A big thank you for spending your valuable time in the lockout. My only request to you would be follow our honorable Prime Minister's, Chief Minister's advice. Wherever you guys are, stay home, stay safe, and be healthy. Take care of your health. I think more than anything else, I'm sure everything will bounce back. There will be a lot of learnings as far as the hospitality industry, trade, everything is concerned. But I think the most important aspect is we need to take care of our health and see to it that, how quickly we can bounce back from this scenario. So that's the most important thing. So take care of your family, take care of each and everyone, and especially your elders. Your parents are absolutely critical. So take more care of them. 1 minute, I'll just share the video also.
Yeah, please. Before the video starts, I would like to tell all the attendees we'll be coming up with a few more webinars like what we have done today in the coming few days and coming few weeks. and you will be updated upon on WhatsApp and other media of communication. So please have a look at that, and we hope to see you back again for the other hotels also.
And thank you so much, guys, for participating. So until we meet again, this is a new video, what we came up with. Thank you so much, all you guys. Rishabh, are you able to see this?
No, the video is not being seen. I think you'll have to shut down your the PDF that you have shared and start the video.
Yeah, because it is showing the last slide.
Hmm.
It's Bangalore.
We can't hear you, sir. I think you'll have to shut it down first and then play.
1 minute. No, I think, Rishabh, I think I'm not able to play the video. 1 minute. Resume, share. Okay. Can you see it now?
1 second. No, I don't think I can see it. No. I'm trying to play it myself. Just give me a minute, please.
No, I think, Rishabh, I think we'll.
I think I've got it, sir. Just give me a second. I think I'll be able to play it.
Yeah.
I'll share my screen. Can you see my screen, sir?
I can see your screen, yes.
Okay, I'll try and play it now.
Super, yeah. Thank you, Rishabh.
I think, yeah, that was the video.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Classic. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Rishabh, before we end, I would want Anurag and Abhinav to sing a song here if possible.
Yeah.
Abhinav, a quick song.
We still have a few people online, so you can go for it.
Absolutely.
Okay, just give me a moment.
Quickly.
Yeah, 1 second.
Quick. thank you to all our participants.
Okay, 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear. चालू कर दे दोस्त फटाफट.
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Yes, yes.
तू होगा जरा पागल तूने मुझको है चुना तू होगा जरा पागल तूने मुझको है चुना कैसे दुनिया ने कहा सब सुना तू होगा जरा पागल तूने मुझको है चुना तू दिन सा है मैं रात आना दोनों मिल जाए शामों की तरह ये मोह के धागे तेरी उंगलियों से जा उलझे कोई टोह ना लागे किस तरह बिरहा ये सुलझे.
Lovely, Abhinav.
Thank you so much.
Too good. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.